Hello, everybody. We got money. Money, money, money. How are you all doing? Welcome back to Suzerain. If you missed the last episode, maybe you want to pause it and go back. Last episode, at least the end, was really cool. Arcasia contacted us. They wanted rights to use one of our air bases. In exchange for that, which we agreed to, they gave us some monies. We're getting closer to Arcasia, which will hopefully get us into Ado eventually. That's my goal. The other thing is Arcasians, now that we're friendly with their country and there's some military presence here, even if it's intermittent, with air stuff, with the 4th Air Fleet or whatever. Arcasian companies want to come to Sordland now, and Arcasian investors want to invest in Sordland. So that might help us get out of this recession. In the meantime, let's see what business we have to do. Ministry of Health discusses privatization. The Ministry of Health has begun working on a health report with a proposal to allow privatization in the health system to potentially generate new resources for the ministry. Minister Benewol is personally overseeing the discussion and the report with top aides, including members of the National Business Council. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. And then something I don't want to see, the Religious Harmony Bill. It has been passed by the Grand National Assembly. If I remember correctly, this has been pushed by the ultra-right party, the NFA or whatever. Part of the problem is that there's a religious sect, the Dalcondist, I think it is, something like that the British Freedom Front is using to radicalize and get people to join them. The ultra-righties in our country and some of the conservatives want to use that as an excuse to force laws about religion. In an endeavor to promote religious harmony and unity, the Grand National Assembly introduces the Religious Harmony Bill, RHB, establishing regulations for religious affairs across Sordland. I already don't like it. Section 1 of the RHB mandates that all sermons conducted during the day of dissension ceremony at the Arch Sanctuary of Dyer will henceforth be held in the Sordish language. This move is aimed at promoting inclusivity and common understanding among the worshippers. That's kind of a lie. What they're trying to do is, because the Bloods like to do their religious ceremonies in their own language, they're trying to persecute them and say, no, it has to be in the general Sordish language. Section 2 of the RHB regulates the language of sermons in other sanctuaries across Sordland. It prohibits the use of Bludish for sermons unless explicit approval has been obtained by the archpriest of Sordland. This measure ensures consistency and unity in religious practices across the country. See, they are purposely going out of their way to punish the Bloods, and I'm not for that. Section 3 of the RHB sets forth new regulations for priests seeking state-sanctioned positions. It requires that all applicants must have Sordish lineage to be eligible for their salaries and pensions. This criterion ensures a deeper connection with Sordland's cultural heritage among the religious leaders of the country. Now, I'm sure it's not going to surprise you that I'm going to veto this. I would think most people in the modern world today would want to veto it, I would hope. We're going to veto this. No. That bill is horrible. Alright, what's the news got to say about it? President Rayne protects religious freedoms. The radical is always on our ass. Maybe for once they won't be. President Rayne has recently vetoed the outrageous Religious Harmony Bill. The bill was aiming to limit the freedoms of Bludish people in Sordland. Yeah, he's right. The MP to propose the bill was, of course, Casaro Keebner, the leader of the ultra-righty NFPs. Mr. Keebner has never stopped his attacks on Bludish people, and we are sure that he will continue his racist onslaught and his attempts to further divide the country. President Rayne's decision to veto this discriminatory bill, which was a clear attack on the religious and personal freedoms, will be welcomed by Bloods and Swords alike. Well, I'm glad at least somebody in our country agrees with it. By that, I mean with our veto. Alright, so something in Ellery, a private party of a gentleman's club we can go to at Peter's Villa. Or a briefing on the status of immigration regulation. Does it matter which one we do first? I think we'll do the immigration thing, business before pleasure. We were in the middle of a meeting in the palace about our immigration policy. The ensuing discussion quickly became heated.
I don't think so, Mr. Weesey. It doesn't make any sense to me that a foreign citizen should become a Sordish citizen in Sordland.
Well said. My analysis is also in line with this, especially during the economic recession. We are giving Sordish jobs to migrants from other countries. What about our own people? Immigrants are the reason our economy is not completely unsalvageable. Look at the Agnolian immigrants in England. They've revitalized the whole region and in turn boosted the economy of the entire country. Simon can attest to that.
Well, statistically speaking, allowing immigrants to become part of the workforce contributes to our economy, but I agree that the current situation is very nuanced. With that said, we can't just tighten our immigration policy and expect the economy to stay the same. We need to put our economy and the recession at the forefront. Thankfully, we have just started receiving financial aid from Arcasia.
You can thank me for that, y'all. Woo, 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 woo. President Rayne. Make it rain.
Oh, and then what? We'll become their servants? Oh, first they'll place their warplanes in Ellery, and then their armies will come, you'll see. I do not approve of this decision at all.
Iosif, why are you always a bitch? Always. We had like one good meeting when I gave you guys some more money. Don't be dramatic, Iosif. We need to be friendly with our potential allies.
Allies? Oh, Sordland has no allies and never did.
You think we're going to survive like that forever? One country to the north of us, Rumburg, is a threat to our entire existence. Of course we need allies.
Well said, Mr. Lancia. We can't be naive.
Gentlemen, can we please get back to the topic?
Right, sorry, Mr. Wissy.
As I was saying, just before I was interrupted, look at the superpowers. Do you see them closing off their borders? Why do you think their economies are in such good shape? They are in their current state because they welcome immigration and use it to their advantage. Man, I feel mixed. Citizens of Sordland should come first, but that doesn't mean we should be against immigration as long as it is legal. I agree. We need to consider the economic impact of immigration. Why in the world is the head of one of the military leaders here if we're talking about immigration?
Our money flow should be our utmost concern if we want to have the capability to accomplish actual change.
Oh, we need a decision, but before we move on, Mr. President, do you have any questions about the current state of immigration? Yeah, what's the current legal status of immigrants? Currently, all accepted immigrants are given a work permit on arrival so that they can work and contribute to the economy of Sordland. There's currently no limit on the number of immigrants accepted. That might be a problem. However, the number has remained stable over the past years.
Despite the laws, the fact is, many immigrants illegally work for corporations. That is the main issue with immigration right now, not immigration itself.
Nonsense! If not for the unlimited amount of immigration, we wouldn't be in the state. How many immigrants live in Sordland? Officially, numbers show that we have anywhere between 2 to maybe like 3 million immigrants residing in Sordland. Even excluding the countless undocumented aliens in our midst, that is very much a substantial amount. The primary issue is the strife they cause between less fortunate Sordish citizens and themselves.
Including them in the workforce would benefit everybody, including unemployed swords. More taxes mean more services.
I don't know if that really benefits the unemployed, Simon. If there's more people competing for less jobs, that doesn't help people at the bottom of the food chain. How do immigrants usually arrive here? Oh, there are 3 major paths they choose. The first one is from England to Agnolia, the second is Bergia to Wayland, and the third is the Lauren coast.
Hey, diddly-dee. Agnolians are the largest group. It's a light border over there. Though recently, political fugitives from Vogsland have been crossing the Grey Sea by boat to land on our coast.
Politically persecuted Wessex refugees tend to use the dangerous mountain passes at the Wayland border. Those are the people we let in when Anton was like in the military way back when, if I remember, like a long time ago. Many of them have bluish blood. This has significantly increased the blood populace inside Bergia. Alright, let's move on and see what can be done about the immigration situation.
Very well.
David Wissey opened his dossier, stamped with the seal of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade.
Before we make any decisions, I have to remind you. During the elections, we promised to keep our immigration laws relaxed, which I think is the right course of action. I disagree. We are supposed to control and reduce the negative effects of immigration, like crime and subversion.
Crime is going down. I mean, we're getting on top of it. It's not great, but it is improving.
I see your point, Iosif, but the economy certainly benefits from more immigration.
Internal order, on the other hand, suffers immensely. We should tighten the laws to prevent further chaos. David sighed wearily.
Oh, this is going nowhere.
I kind of feel like we should just stick with our promise. What are the consequences of keeping our immigration policy relaxed?
Aside from keeping us on the path to prosperity, modernity, and continuous improvement, not much. Our current system is good for our era. We also have the capacity.
This will allow us to continue protecting investments from foreign countries, which in turn will keep our trade steady. Would be more trustworthy partners. Stability draws money.
We do have a trade problem right now where not everybody wants to trade with us. Stability? What stability? We're already seeing clashes between our people and foreign interlopers. On the contrary, the only way we can achieve stability is through tightening our immigration policy.
You heard the lady. Sordland first.
If we decide to tighten immigration, what does that entail?
Oh, we'd have to impose quotas and, connected to that, stricter border control.
Do we have the money for that?
On top of allowing our economy to take a hit.
Mr. Hull, surely the well-being of our citizens and our internal security will more than compensate for any downturn in the markets.
Agreed. Sordish citizens should take priority.
I guess I'm ready to make a decision.
Yes?
Everyone lean forward, eager to hear my response. We're just going to keep the law the way it is right now. We're not going to change it. We'll keep immigration laws relaxed. We're not going to make it easier, but apparently it's really easy to come here anyway. We're just going to leave it as is.
I think you made the right choice. Oh no! We'll be forced to handle new waves of migrants from Magnolia. Our border posts aren't ready.
Iosif, shut the fuck up. I increased your budget. Make do. Not only that, we've just abandoned the native swords who need our support the most. Dude, I have been doing everything I can to grow the economy. Also, this will bring a new tide of refugees from Wayland. Bergia is already a difficult region to manage. Well, you're not wrong about that.
This is shameful. Shame! Shame!
The citizens of Sordland are not forgotten. Our work for them continues. And now they'll compete with foreign immigrants just to put food on their tables.
I'm disappointed in you, Rayne.
Shut the fuck up, Iosif. I am so sick of you.
Anything else, Mr. President?
Thank you for your contributions, everybody. Just get the fuck out of here. Let's wrap it up. The ministers gathered their documents and rose from their chairs, some with frowns on their faces.
I'm looking forward to the upcoming trade talks. Peter and I have been visiting Stallport and Ralkowitz in preparation.
Yeah, that better go better than this did.
I'll be coming along to talk with the economy minister. Looking forward to the potential partnership.
Good, Simon. If we are finished, I need to head off and get the ministry to work on the new policy.
Same here. Our border units need to be informed and prepared.
Yeah, look, I'm not thrilled about this either. I wish there was somewhere in between, but since we already made a promise, we've got to come through on the promise. Yeah, keep up the good work, numbnuts. The ministers dispersed. Oh, man, I don't want to... Oh, my God, there's so many new notifications that have popped up. Shit. Let's go look at the news. Sordland today. Taurus workers on strike. Oh, shit. Taurus is building the interstate highway up to England. A small group of construction workers recruited by Taurus Holding to work on the H3 project are striking out near the construction site in Lanark, even though President Rayne has signed a bill to protect the rights and conditions of workers. The workers complained about their payments as well as the lack of safety regulations. One worker in contact with Sordland today insisted that the group has not been paid for any of their work for the past months, despite complaining to the Taurus Holding supervisors. The workers said that the situation has persisted. They say the project budget is not enough. They're not interested in us, they said. The complaints soon turned into a strike, which made the construction come to a stop. According to our sources, officials from the Taurus Holding have promised to deliver the project much cheaper than its actual costs, and apparently provided the administration with fake documents. They tried to bamboozle us? Oh, shit. And the Lockhaven Times? Freedom in education choice. Maybe this is going to be good for us, because we're allowing there to be private schools. The new privatization initiative has allowed many middle-income households to pay for better education for their districts. We have finally reached the point where our children are allowed to change their destiny by the simple freedom of choice. The price might be higher compared to a state-funded education option, but it is justified in performance. Good, good, good. Kids getting better educations, always better. It's sad that it's not more even, but some kids getting better educations is better than no kids getting better educations. What do we got here? Law and order stuff, situations, streamlined immigration. The latest immigration policy has made significant strides in addressing illegal immigration and streamlining legal immigration processes. Basically, if you show up, we just give you a work card. The new policy has closed several loopholes that were previously exploited, leading to a reduction in the number of illegal immigrants. Oh, that's a plus. Additionally, the streamlined legal immigration processes have made it easier for those who want to immigrate to the country legally to do so. Will that mean more tax money? Because then everybody's on the books? And then really green, nationwide protest quelled. What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do the Cabbage Patch. Law and order has been restored throughout the country, as the nationwide protests have been quelled thanks to the devoted efforts of the security forces. The government took swift action to address the protesters' concerns and engaged in constructive dialogue with the leaders of the movement, resulting in a peaceful resolution to the crisis. That is going to be great for the economy, I'd like to think. Great for peace. Hopefully nobody else getting shot. And finally, in diplomacy, relaxed immigration. Yep, we already know about that. By simplifying visa procedures, reducing bureaucratic hurdles, and offering attractive immigration options, Sordland aims to attract talented professionals, entrepreneurs, and skilled workers who can contribute to its economy, innovation, and cultural diversity. There's a lot of reading in this game. I like it, but it's a lot of reading. That's great if we can get some brain drain coming into the country. That's not brain drain. That's brain gain. Oh man, and there's so many notes. I think I'll get to those notes next time. A lot of reports. A lot of international reports it's looking like. Yeah, we'll see that all next time. And then hopefully we can still go to Pete's party. Yeah. See you then.